All right. Just when we thought we were going to get some dinner and some Chinese food, we got to go live and get back on here because breaking news. Tesla Model 3, the Tesla Corporation or the Tesla company has brought back the Tesla Model 3 long range. You can actually order it. You can place a deposit. You can get into the queue. And we'll talk about why this actually is. What is going on out there? Because there's not actually any inventory that you can lock down and secure with any sort of discount yet. But that will definitely be coming soon. So we're going to get into that, plus whatever you guys you want to ask about. But before we do that, let's roll that intro real quick. All right, so thanks for watching another stream. Thanks for watching another video. My name is Dennis, and I love talking about Tesla hacking, as I like to call it, but basically just getting the best deal on a Tesla at the best financing rate. So definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested. And today's video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link, where you can get access to the best Tesla buying guide out there that has interest rates as for financing your Tesla as low as 3.7 to maybe even 2.99%. So definitely check it out. Patreon link down below in the description. But let us get into this. Let's take a look at the fancy Tesla website where they just uploaded this recent video pretty recently of this guy just basically yelling at you as he pulls away in the accelerator. But if we take a look at the Model 3 side, we can take a look at the order button, and lo and behold, there is another option that you can place an order for. Of course, you got the Model 3 standard range at a weird price of $40,240. You got the Model 3 Performance that's been on the website for a bit now at $53,240, and of course a newcomer back or even maybe reintroduced back for ordering, Model 3 long range, $47,240, with of course the most recent $250 increase price that they just happened last night as well. So what this means is this price of this Model 3 long range was $46,990 just a day ago. So at least in their minds of what they were trying to price it at. So the first question I have is, does that actually make any sort of sense, right? We've got Model Y, of course, that is also very close to that price rate, or it's exactly the same price for a Model Y all-wheel drive standard range that has, of course, a lower range of 279. But basically the difference between a Model Y long range and a Model 3 long range is about $3,000 at the end of the day. So of course we've got other things that a lot of other people have notably pointed out as well. We've got a 325 plus mile range, 272 for Model 3 standard range, and Model 3 Performance at 315. The weird thing here is it says 325 plus. So I don't really know what that exactly means or what they're trying to allude here for that, but definitely very interesting in that front at the end of the day. But the biggest thing that you need to be aware about if you are buying a Model 3 all-wheel drive long range at the end of the day is that it does not qualify for the full $7,500 federal tax credit and only qualifies for $3,750 tax credit. So that's good for you if you only make around like $46,000 as a single W-2 earner, because then you'll reap the full $3,750 back. But like most other people, and I would say hopefully a recommendation is you're making a little bit more than that to buy a Tesla, you will not be able to get any more than the maximum $3,750 tax credit back in for once you purchase this Tesla. So when you file for your taxes next year, you get that money back. You will not get more than $3,750. That's the cap. But shout out to everybody on the Twitter sphere for the Tesla. Of course, Sally Merritt probably broke it out first that the Tesla Model 3 long range had a 8-month hiatus, and now it is definitely back. And of course, it uses a LFP pack from China, and that's why it only qualifies for $300 and the $750 discount. So the question is this going to be extended in range in the near future because it says 325 plus? Is that something Tesla's going to unlock as a special feature maybe even next year? I mean, we do know that the Tesla Model 3 long range exists in other countries, notably Europe, and it has a WLTP range of I think 390 as we previously covered and things like that. So definitely very interesting for the most part. But here's another tweet from Brandon Flesh. Model 3 long range all-wheel drive is back online for $47,240. Oddly vague 325 plus mile range. It only qualifies for $3,750. Deliveries, though, as some people have notably pointed out, starts in June. So not right now. You can't essentially take delivery by May, and it's going to be a couple months from now. And of course, we're going to start to see this vehicle pop onto the inventory sites very, very soon, like sites like waitingfortesla.com, where you can see all the different inventory across the country, because right now only Model 3 standard range and performance shows up. So definitely some pretty interesting stuff. Definitely very interesting that Tesla has brought back the long range after pretty much a 8-month hiatus of it being gone. And it is certainly a very interesting price point at the end of the day. Maybe even somewhere when, like, I don't know, like I want to ask the question out to you all. Like, would you buy a Model 3 long range with 325 mile range at $47,240? Or would you buy a Model Y long range at $50,240, but it has the full $7,500 federal tax credit? I know what probably most of you are going to decide on this, because it seems like a way 100% better deal for a Tesla Model Y because it qualifies for that full $7,500, whereas the Model 3 only qualifies for that half of it at $3,750. But of course, I'm going to ask the question out there to all of you out there. I'm going to create a poll on the channel to see which one do you think is a better deal. But mostly at the end of the day, I feel like most of you are going to think that the Tesla Model Y is a better deal. But this is also very, very interesting timing, because the Fed is supposed to speak tomorrow and see if they're going to raise the interest rates by 0.25 or 25 basis points, because that could affect interest rates at the end of the day. And also very interesting timing because Tesla increased the price of all their trims and models of the Model 3 and Model Y by $250. So is Tesla trying to do this to incentivize some more people to buy Teslas by basically adding this vehicle back in? Or was this their plan all along with introducing the Model 3 long range sometime in this time frame of this year around May or June? But also on top of that, like, we've got this Model 3 refresh Project Highland that's in the near future, some say rumored for September as well. So this is all just very, very, very weird timing at the end of the day. But let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know what you're thinking. We're going to jump into the live stream comments, but before we do that, this video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link. Down below in the description is a Patreon link where you can support the channel, and there's a variety of benefits, but some of them include actually scheduling a call with me. We can ask me any questions about buying a Tesla, selling a Tesla, or even financing a Tesla. And after you join the Patreon, you get a link to my buying guide, which has links to all the credit unions and banks that I use to get the lowest possible rate for financing your Tesla, including banks and credit unions with rates as low as 2.99 to 3.7%, 3.7 more realistically. So definitely check it out. Link down below in the description. And as an added benefit, I do respond to all DMs and direct messages from the Patreon app. So if you want to ask me a quick question and get a quick answer, you'll get it by submitting a question there. But Paul, thanks for coming in. Second live this day. Yeah, we just got to get back because the Model 3 long range, it's back. And I know there's a lot of people waiting for that. Man, sucks to have half the credit, but it's nice that it's LFP for 100% charge. Yeah, 100% I agree, Edson. 1000%. 3750 is peanuts. I want 7,500. Vic, I agree as well. And that's probably why the Model Y will be a way better deal at the end of the day. Model 3 long range should be 43,000 to 44. Maybe a price drop is coming very, very soon. I mean, we're going to start to see more data and more inventory for the Model Y long range going to be into the queue for the inventory sites. And we know what happens when inventory goes up. Prices come down and Model 3 inventory is at a pretty high level. But thanks for jumping in. Thanks for jumping in this quick stream. We're going to get some dinner, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.